on the back of a 4-game unbeaten run, 2 wins, 2 draws. We're on our way to Tranmere now. Obviously, I'd usually be travelling with the small council on the Riverside, not on the Riverside Tavern, but on this occasion, as there is no other bus to go on, the guys on the supporters club have been kind enough to accommodate me. I'm actually bringing someone with me who I work with as well, so it's a better environment for them, for them to come on a trip. I think, like I say, going up with a bit of optimism, going up with confidence, except for the fact that it's looking like Jackson's going to be 8. This is going to be a bit of a shitter, really, because he owns our right side and Wilmot owns the left side. As much as I think the world of Andy Sandell because of what he's done for this club, on the pitch in the past, he's not quite cutting it at the moment this season. So it's a shame to have to put a player down, especially one of the ones who got us up in the first place. And I felt he was alright last season. He's just not doing it for me at the moment, and I'd say the same for a lot of people. So hopefully, if he is to get his chance tonight, he'll take it and do well with it. We all know he's capable of getting a good game. Maybe it's just a run of form, or maybe he's just not up to it anymore. I don't know. Like I say, football evolves around everybody, and what you've got to do, you've got to keep up with it. There's being good enough to play, and then there's training and keeping yourself sharp, and continually improving your game. Otherwise, you are going to get left behind. It happens to a lot of players. So I'm hoping now, if Jackson is going to be 8, it's looking like he is 8. Like I said, Sandell steps up. Only thing is, I don't think Wilmot seems as effective on the right as he is on the left. I think he's good when he cuts in. When he managed to cut in through the centre, that's when I like to see Robbie Wilmot playing, is when he's cutting in. But we never know. Our forward line, I'm hoping Piggott gets a start, gets the nod over O'Connor. O'Connor's another one who's out of form. Obviously, we all know what he's capable of, the same as Sandell. But then, hopefully, if O'Connor is to start, which is a possibility because Justin seems to like him, let's hope that he does what he's capable of. But then Tranmere are going to be a team that are going to be somewhat stronger than the others that we played, because we're going to have players who were playing League One last season. Obviously, they would have made transfers and got rid of a few faces, but they are a newly relegated team, and they're always going to be the hardest ones to travel away to, in my opinion. But we did alright last season. We managed to hold 3 of the newly relegated teams, and we only lost to one of them last year. So let's hope that we can keep that going now. And to be honest, like I say, going with a bit of optimism. A lot of people on this bus seem to think that we're capable of getting the win. So hopefully this optimism is within the players as well, and they grind a result out. But for me personally, I'll be happy with a point. Personal prediction, I'd say if Piggott starts, I'd say 2-1 County, Piggott to get the winner. Maybe Zabrowski to get the opener. But then I think with the loss of Jackson, our defence might be lacking on the left side if Sandell has another bad game. The right side, because Wilmot don't seem to play as well on the right. Well, I don't know, but I think that there is a goal to be leaked if Jackson is out. But I think there's goals to be scored if Piggott starts, because to be fair, he missed a couple of chances, but then it's his first game and he came on as a sub, but he looked like a decent player. So Piggott to start with Zabrowski, and we win 2-1. Okay, we've made it here in one piece, and I gotta be fair, this is a really nice ground. Probably one of the nicest that I will visit this season in the league, at least anyway. Although I am keeping my hopes open for a cup run. You probably notice I'm a bit breathless. It is quite a way up. It doesn't look like that much of a way up from here, but for a fat bastard like me, it is a bit of a way up. But there's our players, obviously. There's Colin, who's a bit camera shy. Said he wasn't going to come on the blog. Too late, bro, too late. There's Kev. Kev, what do you reckon, mate?
2-1 today.
2-1?
Yeah.
I was thinking that as well.
Piggott both for them.
Well, that's the thing. Piggott starts. Sandell obviously starts. But then Sandell is capable of putting in a good performance.
Hopefully he needs it.
So, what do you reckon, mate?
I
I reckon he needs to stand out. He's not that freaking good, man.
What do you reckon on the result?
I think
Well, I reckon we'll win 2-0.
so. That defence stays tight. And the defences look tight, except Northampton. The 2 goals against Northampton was a bit. It's just a bit switch stuff, like, you know.
See, well, that's what they had a couple of defenders changed, didn't they? All
Yeah.
They had to get into it.
Yeah.
Shit again. Hopefully makes up for it. But
I hope so.
we definitely need cover for Jackson, for Sandals, and all what we need at the moment. And definitely not captain material.
But in all fairness, he's got to have a good game, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he is a good player.
He's due a good game.
He is due one, yeah, of course. But what was the point I was going to make? The point I was going to make.
Every time he's come on, every time he come on the sub and everything, as soon as he gets the ball, it's gone.
Right. The thing that I like is the fact that Chapman, Byrne, and Minchell are all starting.
Yeah.
I think that midfield, them 3 in that midfield, is absolutely phenomenal.
Because it's 2 creative players. There we go.
Right.
Mitchell that does the dog work and wins the ball in the air. I think it's a great.
Always capable of winning a header or 2 in you know, in the box where you got Minchell around.
And even
Big
Byrne, smallest player on the pitch, wins the most headers.
Byrne's the best player on the pitch.
Do you
He's
reckon?
the best player in this squad.
No,
Yeah.
come on, you got Robbie Wilmot. He's running his guts out.
I think for me, Wilmot's our star man right now.
Chapman.
This is a good thing at the moment because who would have thought after the first 3 games we'd be picking out who our better player is, like, you know, because it was all about who's the worst. Everybody's crap at the moment, you know. So just goes to show unbeaten in 4.
Yeah,
It's a big thing. Let's hope so. I mean, I'm coming up here with a sense of optimism, but then it's never going to be easy against a team that have just come down from a higher division. You know, and Tranmere, it wasn't like they were like, you know, going down all season for definite, like, you know. I mean, Tranmere, they were running away with the league the year before. You know, they were up top and they were like winning left, right, and centre, and then they just fell away from it, and then all of a sudden they're relegated, you know. So
Been in a League 2
Every last year, we were right up there until the ground bucked up and everything. We couldn't play over the Christmas, and that's what buggered. We were fourth.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, people who don't like to accept that, you know, things like this do affect you, will turn around and say, "Oh, Justin lost the dressing room. Tim Harris's contracts is what messed everything up and all that." You know, they like to blame people. They don't like to blame things that they can't confront. You know.
I tell you now,
was an injury.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the only since this season, one bad game was against Wickham. Against Reading we had a great game. Against Morecambe we were winning. But Justin Edinburgh was wrong for taking off Chapman and putting on freaking Jolly, for Christ's sake, a winger.
Yeah.
That was wrong.
But Morecambe, though, the thing you got to take into account with Morecambe was the fact that the first goal that they scored, which I don't think they were going to get a goal if they didn't get that first one, was not a free kick. Because
The second one, when they headed it back twice,
yeah.
and Paisley wouldn't come out.
Misses them.
Oh, they got a dog as well, are they? Actually, I don't ever like to say anything bad about Spitty, but that looks like a higher quality costume than Spitty.
What? Spitty has a costume?
It's a
Oh,
meal.
yeah, it's like Santa Claus, mate.
You smelled it now, called it's crying, but yeah.
Nothing wrong with Vicky, alright?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with Spitty, of course. Spitty's awesome. I wouldn't change Spitty for the world. So, yeah, obviously a lot of optimism amongst the lads here, so let's see how it goes. Okay, then everyone, I'm here with Bod. He is an exiled Newport County fan from Australia who's over here visiting. For how long are you here for, mate?
3 weeks, bud.
About 3 weeks. He's going to get as many county games in as he can. Obviously, he's here now, Prenton Park.
Number 1 priority. Tranmere, Shrewsbury, Wimbledon home.
Fantastic, mate. So how does it feel to be back, and how does it feel to be here in front of the...
I think I'm going to shed it to you shortly.
Yeah.
25 years. I've been waiting for this. 25 years.
Was that your last county game?
In the league.
Oh, friggin' hell. I mean, what year was that then? 25? I can't think off the top of my head. That must have been...
Back in the 80s, bud.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. 89, so pretty much just as we were about to go all tits up, like.
Yeah.
So like the 25 years that we've of our journey back, you've obviously missed that entire journey, and now you're back here now, back where we left off, really.
8 years. So like eight years I've been away from Newport.
Yeah.
So I've obviously kept watch your vlogs and kept on track with YouTube and stuff like that.
Fantastic,
But
mate.
I know it's empty this, but to me it means the world to me. It means the world.
Brilliant. So obviously it's always great to get somebody who's from out of town, you know, but originally from Newport, who's a county fan, on these vlogs, you know, and from Australia. I mean, that's pretty damn special.
Black and amber blood, black and amber.
Fantastic, mate. So how do you think they'll get on? Because obviously you do keep tabs on the county, you know who's good and who's bad, and whether the other teams are any good or not. How do you reckon we'll get on today?
I fancy us.
Yeah?
I fancy us.
There's a lot of optimism amongst everybody tonight.
I think minimum a draw. If I had to have a bet, I'd say 2-1 the county. 2 or 3-1 the county.
A lot of that, someone almost has got pummeled then by a ball. that's just knocking off the rust in for the game, and they can actually hit the net. But 2-1 to 3-1 is pretty much what everybody's saying at the moment. So,
minimum draw. I don't think we'll lose.
No, but I personally would be happy with a draw.
I'll be happy with a draw, mate. Shrewsbury away, we'll take a point to Shrewsbury, guaranteed, mate. We ain't coming away from anywhere with 3 points.
No chance, of course, mate. Well, I tell you what, it's been great having you on, mate, and hopefully I'll get you again before you go home, yeah?
Take care, bud.
All right, thanks very much. It's half time, it's 0-0. For me, it's been very limp. The words I've used on Facebook just now is limp, weak and hesitant. There's just something there, the defence, they're just not, you know, like for example, jumping for the headers and not in the right position and not winning the balls. You know, the balls forward are just slightly off, you know, it's like when you've got to be sticking your foot in, they're not quite doing it. And especially Sandell, who's been very hesitant with his playing of the ball, and he's just not finding anybody. So what do you reckon, Rob?
Yeah, agree with you completely. Agree with Joe Day, would be about 2 or 3 down.
That was the one thing I was going to come to was Joe Day. He's made 3 world-class saves, hasn't he?
Yeah.
3 absolutely top draw saves.
He saved that defence many a time.
Yeah. I mean, that save just then, you know, he parried it in that bottom corner there, and I don't know how he got his hands to that, but he got it away. The ball, he got his arm down, it bounced off his arm and bounced just over the bar, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was really, really close, that was.
Brilliant save, that.
And he's been dominant.
Keep it longer.
For me, the only other player that I can really say is playing any good at the moment is Andrew Hughes.
He's done well. Yeah,
he's been solid.
1 or 2 mistakes, but I think so. Obviously, but obviously it doesn't help Sandell. Ain't helping him much because he's got to cover Sandell all the time. Because with Sandell bombing forward, too slow getting back, and Hughes has got to come out. That tricky winner for them. If we keep him out, then obviously.
And would you say Wilmot is somewhat restricted?
Yeah, he's a lot better on the left.
He's better on the left than on the right, isn't he?
We're missing Jackson a lot tonight.
Big time, without doubt, big time. But the thing that's disappointed me, and I made a point of this before the game, is obviously the midfield trio, Minshall, Chapman and Byrne. They've all been poor, in my opinion.
They have.
And the strikers obviously ain't getting the right service. You can't really say a lot about them, because fair play Piggott, he had a good little run, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Good little run, he looked like he was going to make something from it. But in my opinion, the only one who could possibly be having a worse game than any of our players at the moment are the officials. There's a lot of dodgy decisions being made, especially down here. Obviously the line away there,
especially the offside by there. And
they've been offside a few times and left on. They've been
when the ball went out of play a few times as well.
They've been going down easy, and you know, they've been buying it, haven't they?
Yeah. And the ref playing to the crowd.
I mean, our defenders are getting pushed and pulled. I mean, I'm saying that our defenders are being a bit hesitant and not decisive enough. But, you know, the attackers are pushing and pulling and kicking at them and stuff like that. You know, there's not a lot you can really do about it unless you do it back. But then with the way the referee's been, he's going to give them the decision.
He's playing to the crowd.
Yeah. So, obviously, Zeb looked good for the penalty. And, you know, he's basically treated it as though he's dived or something. Did he get a yellow card for that, Zeb?
No.
He didn't put his hand up. I always thought he had a card in his hand, though.
No, he didn't get a yellow card, no. But I thought, I'll be honest, if the ref didn't think it was a penalty, he should have booked him for diving. So obviously,
I agree with that.
both times.
Agreed, mate. Agreed. Let's move it over to see what our man Kev Sharp thinks.
Well, I only going to say that we're lucky not to be 3-0 down, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because was Joe Days when they standing goals. I think we've had one chance and 1.5 chance. That's it really to score a goal. And I think Sandell, well, less I say about that the better. They don't seem to be asked.
No.
He gets caught like too much going forward. Again, Darren Jones. Darren Jones looks nervous. I don't know why. Since he's not been made captain, he's taken the captaincy off him. He looks nervous again.
Yeah. I think we were definitely better off with Darren Jones as captain, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's done all right, to be fair.
An extra bit of responsibility on Darren Jones seems to have made him play better.
Well,
he's
I'm
had the
not dig at him. He's not the worst player on the pitch today, but it's just a few times where he could have just headed the ball away. He's headed it backwards or headed the players where just get out the touch. Hughes having a good game.
Then our midfielders are seeming unable to get the ball down and play it.
To be honest, no all credit to Tranmere, I reckon, because they're closing us down in midfield. Very quick. They've obviously done their own work over the last couple of games. See how we played with Byrne and Chapman spreading the ball across the field. Obviously we've got Wilmot at right back, looks lost where he is. Yeah,
he's not the same on the right, is he?
I think Tranmere have done their own work, to be fair. And to be fair, well, they should be 3 up. They should be 3 up now.
It's about
they've
time.
Had 2 chances, they've missed chances. Joe Day, like I said, has pulled off 3 good saves. So I think we're lucky to be drawing. But
so would you say it's about time that we've had a keeper performance in our favour?
Oh yeah,
because
definitely.
That's what tends to bring us down sometimes, is we're the better team, and keepers tend to have good games, and we lose games purely because of the keepers, or lose points because of keepers.
Yeah, we do, and Joe Day's been outstanding, and it's not just 3 good saves, they're outstanding saves. The balls were going in the back of the net.
No, world class
saves. The balls were going in. 3 times, the 3 of them he done, they were going in. The other thing I want to obviously comment on is why we're going back to open the long ball upfield when we got a tall guy up front. Play it on the floor. You don't pick it 6 foot plus. So we just seem to be lumping the ball to him all the time.
And the thing is, it's all down the left side as well, isn't it? I mean, Wilmot, he's restricted, maybe because he ain't getting the ball at all.
Well, I just think Wilmot's afraid to go forward. He's on the right hand side. But on the left, he'll go forward, cut in from the left in field. Can't do that on the right.
Thing is, their player on their right hand side is a proper speedster, isn't he? Really fast.
Number 11 for them.
I would be tempted to swap the wing backs. Put Sandell on the right.
To be honest, I'd even move Darren Jones on the right, play a flat back 4 and put Wilmot into midfield. I would. Give us a bit of that width. Maybe pick it up on his own and play Wilmot and Zabrowski either side of it. Just behind him.
Plenty of options, but then obviously ultimately the decision's going to be the manager's.
Yeah, obviously. Well, we got out so far. They don't look brilliant, Tranmere. They're just putting us down more than anything. They're beating us all the balls.
They're capitalising on our mistakes. And
yes, they are. Yeah.
We stop making the mistakes, and they'll stop getting chances.
But I still think that there's a lot more in this game, Ed.
Yeah. Well, obviously you look at it now. They're shooting towards us now, towards that goal there. So I tend to find that we tend to play better away when they're playing towards us.
Yeah.
So we tend to find 9 times out of 10 when we're away, we're behind the goal, aren't we? Yeah. And they tend to play better when they're shooting towards us.
Mansfield, where we should have won that game really. Second half against Mansfield, last 20 minutes when they were facing us, they were bloody brilliant.
Yeah. So let's hope that playing in front of us is going to spur them on to something at least.
I still say 2-1.
The thing is, personally, I'd be happy if the result stays the same as it is. I'd be happy if it stays 0-0 personally, but as much as it's nice to see a goal, it's always nice to see a goal, but I'd just be happy with 0-0.
Just keep that one beaten run going, that's what I want to do.
Sir?
Keep that one beaten run going.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, cheers for that then, guys. Let's see how the second half goes. Come on, Katie. See me that well at the moment. There's no light at all. Just going to get my review of the game in now while I can before my phone ends up dying at some point. In my opinion, we really can't see me at all, can you? I wonder if we can get a bit of light from the outside. Oh well, actually, if you can see me, that might be the best thing for you guys. A much better second half, in my opinion. I thought considering I think Feely went off through an injury, so we had to change our formation. I think the fact that we put in a better second half performance is obviously great, but I know there's still a lot missing there. I think we're capable of playing a lot better than that, but overall, consider a team of Tranmere stature and the fact that they could have quite easily have beaten us on another day. Still, for me, it was a good point. Hopefully, because when I turn my other camera on, I get the flash. So hopefully, if I can ask a couple of other people what they thought of it, you actually get to see their faces. Anyway, happy with that. A good away point. Okay, now we're on the morning after the game at Tranmere last night, and I gotta be fair, it was a decent trip. I actually had a good time with the sports club. It's not the usual group that I go with, but then obviously because I'm supporting someone, I needed to go with someone. Obviously Bob and Jeff were happy enough for me to jump on with them, so cheers for that, guys. Again, I didn't get any interviews at the end of the game, mainly because everybody went to sleep on the bus. I mean, everybody wanted to get out of the ground and straight on the bus and straight on the way home, because obviously we got back really late last night. It was weird because everyone just went to sleep, so getting an interview just proved impossible, But it doesn't really matter. I got to speak to plenty of people before the game, so I was really happy with that. Anyway, as much as I was not very happy at all with the first half performance, second half performance was so much better. I was happy that we come away there with a point. It's just like a few people mentioned as we were walking out the ground. Very much the reverse of Cambridge, where Tranmere were better than us, we were better than Cambridge. I think there's a bit of a gap there, though. In my opinion, I think we were that much better than Cambridge, and how we didn't win that, we'll never know. Whereas with Tranmere, they had a better opening 20 minutes, and I think the last 10 minutes of the first half, they were better. And then the second half, I'd say, if anything, we probably edged the second half. But I don't know, really. It was not great football, to be honest. It wasn't a lot at all. Not a lot of chances either end. I think Tranmere pretty much ran out of ideas, and it just goes to show the difference having a good keeper can make in football. Some people say, I'd rather spend my money on a striker that's going to get us goals, and this keeper we've already got will do for now. If that striker's firing blanks, like our strikers were firing blanks last night, you have to rely on your keeper if they're going to be coming at you. And, our keeper, Day, he was phenomenal. 3 world-class saves, in my opinion, he made. And the command of his area was brilliant. So I think Tranmere would just got disheartened by the fact we're never going to beat this guy tonight. And therefore, they didn't in the end. Well, this is how football goes, I suppose. But it's another point. With them beaten in 5, I'm taking that with a lot of confidence for the Shrewsbury game. 5 games unbeaten, 3 draws, 2 wins. Obviously, one of them wins away at Portsmouth, drawing at Tranmere, and obviously we drew with Cambridge, and I know Northampton was a bit of a, we battered Northampton, that was unreal. Cambridge was a bit of a blip, but then obviously Burton we should have won. But before last night, we were the only ones to take points off Burton. So there's a lot of positives to really dwell on at the moment, Obviously, a lot of people, people on the message board are going to slag the club off as often as they can, as they always do. They're going to fight, if they can't pick at what's going on the pitch, they're going to find little things that they can get their, sink their teeth into. I refer to it as message board syndrome. When you're on a message board, you can't really strike up a positive conversation on there. You've got to think of something negative, and people will just work out something negative. They'll speculate something and make it fact, or they'll pick something small and exaggerate it, or they'll just, they'll look too deep into something, see their own version of it, and then put that out as some sort of fact, And obviously these people know who they are, and I think the way to move forward is to not let these idiots get you down, obviously there's people, the human beings in that football club, the likes of Dave Boddy, Greenhalgh, Scadding, Justin Edinburgh, Jimmy Dagg, Hatswell, and Tim Harris when he was here. They're human beings, and if they see what's going on that message board and they see people saying things about them that just ain't true, which a lot of stuff that's on the message board just ain't true at all, I mean, it disheartens you. Think, oh, you know, I'm slugging my guts out for this football club, and beyond the scenes, I'm telling you, they do. And you know, these things, they, you know, it's like, well, I'm doing this for this football club, and this is the thanks I get from the fans. Really, I mean, there are issues, and I would admit there are issues, right? But then I say, voice a concern if you want. You know, ask questions. Don't just make stuff up and speculate and throw rumours around. You know, just ask the question. You know, I mean, our board, you know, they're pretty open, and this is the supporters trust. If you really need these questions answered, join the supporters trust and ask the supporters trust to ask on your behalf, because I'm pretty certain that option's been open for a long time. So to end this on a positive note now, unbeaten in 5, plenty of confidence for Shrewsbury away. So I say, bring them on. Up the county. Cheers, guys.